Hardcore is named Hardcore Climb for a reason.
It's just a wall.
More juice, more entertainment, more wheel spin.
I don't know how many times I screamed.
Oh my God!
It was a genuine 8 out of 10 dust storm.
Seemed like I'd be letting the brand down if the Nissan didn't have a go.
He kept saying, one more, one more, one more.
We knew what he had done the moment we heard that pop. I unfortunately had a meeting I had to get to. From what I understand, they didn't miss me at all. They got up and they had a bit of a play with some local hills, literally 50 metres from where we were camping.
There was a little track that Simon wanted us to do, just go and do a couple of loops.
Great little rock steps to play on, can't do much damage, fantastic little spot.
Tell us what you're feeling as you go.
I'm feeling nauseous, that's what I'm feeling.
Anya was getting used to her new Land Cruiser 300 and just getting that little bit of extra experience before we went and tackled the harder stuff.
Feeling a little nauseous. Oh my gosh. Shaking, but ready to go again.
The Land Cruiser was actually pretty impressive the way it just crawled up there.
You ready for the hill, Phoebe? Yes, I am.
We've gone for a bit of a warm-up this morning. We just wanted the Rubicon just getting a bit supple ready for the tracks this afternoon.
Once we went up, we had to come down a certain side of it, and it was steep, and I actually turned the car going down around the track, and you couldn't even see the track. It's how steep it was.
We come around and we come down and it's just this huge drop off, and I've clicked the descent button, got me down okay. And I'm just thinking, this is only new for Anya. Is she gonna know how these things work in the new 300?
Thought I'd taken the wrong way because the track just dropped off. Thought I am going to slide down this thing.
Everyone took off, no rise. I thought, oh, this is pretty good. It's not too bad. But then we had to do it in reverse.
That's a bit steep.
Couldn't see where I was going. Steering wheel was turning, but got up there great.
Let's go have another crack. Stand on the gas. Yes.
Nice.
Direction Plus had a few issues, but that was mainly clearance. There wasn't anything of drivability. There was not enough clearance under the vehicle to allow him to go any further.
And unfortunately, the little nav just didn't quite have enough ground clearance to get up over the top, and we just sort of kept bottoming out.
He was just getting bellied out on his Navara, and I tell you what, he was putting on a show. Stones and dust flying everywhere.
So I gave it probably 3 or 4 goes, and in the end it's like, well, there's no point doing any damage, so just reverse down.
Hill climbs load up your four-wheel drive in many different ways. For one common problem, there's a very easy answer.
If you're someone that tows a caravan, tows a camper trailer, a lot of the vehicle manufacturers nowadays, the transmissions aren't designed to carry that type of load, aren't designed to be running anything near 110 degrees. By fitting one of our transmission coolers, by reducing your transmission temperatures by even as little as a few degrees, can actually double the life of your transmission.
I did it by myself! And I recorded it!
With the morning warm-up done, Lucas rocks up in the big battle axe. So now it's time to hit the tracks.
This is going to be a crack of a day.
On the go this morning on the MDC Kitchen, we've got one of my favourites. Egg and bacon muffins, but done of course with a twist. We've got the baked beans bubbling away. Don't ever get a pan dirty. Use the can, get it onto the kitchen there. We've got the eggs cooking here, including a double yolker. Now inside the camper, we have got the bacon sizzling away. And my secret weapon for those who want a little bit extra is pineapple. Just about ready to go. You can start to see these coming together now. We've got the baked beans in there, we've got the bacon, we've got the eggs on. Time for the cheese. Get that caramelised pineapple in there. What else would you want for breakfast than a tower of power, courtesy of Simon Christie and the MDC kitchen? Guys, put that on your next recipe list when you next go camping. What a way to power your adventure. Well, good morning, Lucas. Welcome back to another big day at the Springs 4x4 Park. It is awesome to be here. Give us a rundown of what we've got ahead of us.
Well, mate, it's certainly not for the faint-hearted. At the beginning here, there's some pretty sizable wombat holes that can swallow a 33-inch tyre and sometimes a small vehicle. And then it proceeds up to the top of the hill where there's about a 2-metre vertical rock step face that is just hectic. So it's it's going to be wild, mate. Wild and exciting.
We decided to go and have a look at hardcore climb. Now, even on the way to it, you've got wombat holes, you end up wheel lifts, tight turns, close to trees. It was a phenomenal little track.
Yeah, okay, that's going to be a real challenge for the Iveco. I don't even know how I'm going to squeeze through there. I'm stuck where I am. I reckon I need a diff lock.
Did you want a spot, mate, or you're right?
No, I've got a new ECU on board. We'll get that diff lock in straight away. She'll grab. Trying to pull me up the bank. We'll go this way. That'll be a lot easier.
The track, to set the scenario, wombat hole, wombat hole, wombat hole. Plenty of articulation, plenty of wheel standing, plenty of back wheels coming off the ground. Looked absolutely fantastic.
The vehicle's going through and there's articulation and we're going left and right and back and forward, and I could see Simon's big truck sitting behind Lucas was having some problems getting through. There's a big tree on the left. I'm like, I need to look out for that.
All right, now here's the trick, Lucas. This is how you avoid this tree.
Yeah, righto. Push it over. Holy smokes, mate. That front passenger wheel is off the ground.
Oh, yeah. Ruben, how far from that tree am I? On the left.
Yeah, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Just that level of urgency in the voice, creepy.
Still not touching it yet?
No, that was like, that looked like you were going to cloud it from where I was standing.
Don't slip in. Oh, don't slip in, kids. Holy smokes!
All right, that was a little bit of fun.
Ruben from DMW's Jeep with a tray on the back of that, it actually looks pretty sick. I'd never admit that about a Jeep though.
G'day folks, I'm Ruben from DMW and this is my Jeep Gladiator, and come with me for a bit of an epic tour around this monster. Top 3 things you should have on your Jeep Gladiator to tour this magnificent country, and that's a DMW XTR tray which has water tank, trundle drawer, toolboxes all standard. Then you've got the DMW XTR canopy and you've got the DMW kitchen that comes out and you're ready to go that quick.
Hey, is this camera still rolling? Oh, don't put that on the video, guys.
As soon as you round that bend and you look, well, you look, and it's just a wall.
I see why they call it hardcore. It was pretty ordinary. I wasn't going to have a go on the BT50.
We're going to go on the chicken run on this one. We're not going to go up where Ruben and Lucas are going to go. We're going to take the right-hand track and have a bit of a laugh, I suppose.
All right, I'm taking the easy track apparently.
It's a bit steeper than what I actually remember it being.
Lucas was the first one in pole position on the left, lining up for the big hardcore climb. And then you've got the Jeep boys lining up on the left, and then the Navara, he's sort of working it out. Am I or aren't I? See how the other guys go, and then he's going to make a decision.
Hardcore is named Hardcore Climb for a reason. This is nuts. Holy smokes. Anya, what are we doing?
In Lucas fashion, he's got himself a bit crossed up and just gassed that big GU.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how many times I screamed.
big puff of diesel smoke and boom, up he's gone there, made it look pretty easy.
They're going to just seen how the Battle Axe walked up it, and they're going to be like, oh, it's easy. I reckon we're going with this action. It's going to be wild.
I was a little bit nervous in the Jeep, having no lockers working right now.
Ruben has a go and thought, oh, this will be interesting how Ruben does this. We all know Reverend Ruben. He basically just walked the Rubicon straight up to the top of it, no issues whatsoever.
No lockers, they're not working at the moment, and he just crawled up there like it was nothing.
The Jeep with the wider wheelbase made that look so easy.
Oh my god, we have Jeep blocks too!
Yeah.
What the hell, this is an animal!
Chris, after seeing that, goes, I got to get one up on Ruben, so he takes a slightly different line.
Oh, buddy. Hardcore hill climb. Oh my god. Trucker wanted to do for a while.
He's gone up a slightly different line and he's scrabbled his way up there.
More juice, more entertainment, more wheel spin. He just flies up there.
These Jeeps, they just absolutely crawled all the way up there. There was no issues whatsoever.
Oh, that's so good. You ripped it. Hardcore, done. Smashed it.
Aaron from Patrol Apart, Navarro Apart, he thought, I'm going to give this a crack.
We'll give it a go. Jeep's made it. Patrol made it. Let's see what the nav can do.
The guy carries spares. He is with Patrol Apart, Navarro Apart. Why would you not?
Patrol Apart Navarro Apart, we've been running for over 15 years. We're a family-based operation. Thousands of genuine and non-genuine options on the shelf. We're choosing parts that are good quality. Our motto is, if we wouldn't put it on our own car, then we're not going to sell it to you and we're not going to let you put it on your car either. Seemed like I'd be letting the brand down if the Nissan didn't have a go.
Look at that step.
It's steep, but it's not dangerously steep unless you put yourself in a bad spot.
Drives up, has a bit of a look around, gave it a go and wrong line, reverse back.
I'll have one more crack and then we'll call it.
We didn't have enough ground clearance, we were dragging on the rocks. Simon was pretty good, giving us some guidance. Try putting your wheels over here or try putting it over there, and we just couldn't get it done.
It's funny, you know, Aaron, he had the first couple of goes and then he kept saying, one more, one more, one more.
All right, one more go.
He's put on a show, trying to get the front of that Navara up onto that rock. Just wasn't working for him.
I'll have one more go and then I'll give up. That's about the fourth one more go. You don't give up easy.
He may have had all the confidence in the world. Now there's a reason one more no more is a thing. There was dust everywhere. It was a genuine 8 out of 10 dust storm that he produced.
Didn't matter how hard we tried or what we tried.
Do you want to move on? I can give up.
The nav drive again, he's just delivering day after day.
His wheels were spinning, rock spraying, it had it all.
We tried the middle line, we tried the right line, we tried to straddle up the middle.
The Navara, like it was just a mess. He had the thing pedal to the floor.
We'd get a bit further, so we'd have one more try, and we'd get a bit further, and we'd have one more try, get a bit further, and then we sort of stopped making it any further, and we ran out of lines to try.
He's put on a show, and he's backing down, and he's gone, you know what, I don't want to have another go. And we're like, really? One more.
Just one more.
One more.
One more.
One more.
One more.
One more go.
We had one more go where we thought we'd get the right wheel right up in the embankment, but it didn't work out as planned.
Boom, snap. Something just goes crack.
We knew what he had done the moment we heard that pop.
Hey, Aiden, what's that?
TV.
And that was it, no more goes.
That's right.
From there it was over, we backed back down.
Hey, we had a crack. So it's more than that.
Lucas is on the radio going, mate, just keep going all the way down. But no, he's gone, I'm not going to be defeated, I'm going to go up the chicken track.
Now that is very, very steep and it's still got a fair few melon holes in it.
Come on, baby, you can do it.
Just watching him getting out, he was getting stuck. I mean, two-wheel drive Navara was always going to have fun getting out.
I'll have a crack at the other cheap loop.
He reversed back down and ended up deflating his tyres down to 10 pounds. I thought that was pretty low, but anyway.
And he smashed up that hill. There was revs going flying.
Mud was going everywhere. There was rock spraying. It had it all. The only thing we didn't have was salt and pepper.
Tyre pressures, hey? The difference between 18 and 10.
I don't know what condition the tyres are in at the moment. I don't think they'll be real nice because there was a lot of wheel spin.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We'll stop off and do those little hill climbs that you said that are on the right up the skids. You two go back to the workshop and get cracking on the CV. Then you guys come back out and meet us and we'll go and do the next section.
Got up the top there, had a bit of a look at them.
And then I see Chris from Tread getting on top of his Jeep and he's opening these boxes.
No one knew until I turned up here that I have been working on a new product, Tread storage boxes. Carrying stuff, getting stuff back home, it's one of those things I thought there were some real improvements and just the way you access it. The lid, well, it's dual opening. So you can open the lid this way, close that down, or open it this way. And then when you're finished with it, all the boxes nest together and the lid comes off. They also stack and interlock together so they actually join. Weather hue locks into them, so you can use this as your table for a barbecue. There's a little barman's bottle opener. Also, we've got these boss points here, so you can actually bolt on a multi panel in here to run all your gear. If you want to get yourself one of these awesome storage boxes, head over to treadoutdoors.com.
So with the guys off fixing the car, we went down to Granite Climb. To mix things up, we thought we'd give the passengers a go.
I got to drive.
Hanna recently got her L plates, so what better place to learn than in the Springs four-wheel drive park?
So Michael got to have a drive in the Gladiator and Honey in the big Iveco. Got behind the wheel and just owned Granite Road.
Clutch in, let's start her up.
Such a tiny little girl in a big truck, it does look very strange.
I said to Vaughn, oh, this doesn't look too bad. But up around the corner, the rocks were quite large.
Follow that rub.
It's my first time driving the Jeep. Compared to the Suzuki, it's much rougher when you're going over those bumps.
Accelerate, push the pedal faster. Turn. Gentle, gentle, gentle.
She did stall it. I don't know if you've seen inside the cabin, there's 16,000 buttons.
All right, now you've got an automatic handbrake. So you can go across to the accelerator. But you've got 3 seconds, quick, go. Nicely done, that'll do.
Nice and easy.
Yep.
Very last section of that track was quite steep and you just had to keep revving it to get up to the top.
All right, poke it, poke it, poke it.
Gentle. Turn right, turn right. Turn right.
I'm turning.
Coming down after Granite Road, there's this little side track and it's quite rutted out. You got to pick your lines. Just looking out on the horizons as an inexperienced four-wheel driver, it's going to be challenged to know what your wheels are doing.
More that way. So you're not on there? You weren't listening. Oh, sorry. Absolutely spot on. Yeah, that's it. Good girl.
Off the brake, off the brake.
Oh.
Off the brake.
Yep, I off it.
Right.
I off it.
Now give it a splash. Well, you drove that well. I think you'll be getting some extra hours on your L plates cruising home.
So once we finished that climb there, we all headed back to main camp. We all had some lunch. Subway made, Simon made.
Exactly.
I'm thinking I'm going to have that. Oh, you can have that and I'll have that one.
No, thank you.
Bit of a catch up, but we were just waiting for Lucas and Aaron to come back and doing the CV.
And wait, we did. With the afternoon settling in, it looked like our action-packed day was ending a little earlier than we had anticipated. Join us next week as we conclude our Springs adventure with some very special guests, an epic attempt in the Pink Lady, and a glorious sunset.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one.